So I actually feel pretty awful this morning. My head hurts and my sinuses are all crazy, but I made a commitment. I am not going to fail, so I bring you Hometown Tourist. First stop is here on the end of my street, and we actually have some historical special guests that you will get to meet later. Katie, I know you kind of enjoy going to cemeteries, which is a little weird, but I have to say I kind of share that same sort of interest. I think it's interesting. This is, I don't know if I already said this or not, my brain isn't working because I'm up before noon, but this is one of the oldest cemeteries in my town. Fun fact number 1. I'm not going to keep track of my fun facts, so no worries. As you guys already know, we are not Michigan natives. We've only been here, what, has it been 7 years?
Yeah.
7 years.
A little over 7 years.
And we have been a tourist the entire time. A lot of people who have grown up here don't do any of the stuff that our town has to offer just because they're all jaded to the Michigan magic. But every year we pretty much do it all. I do admit I haven't actually been to the beach in the past like 2 summers, so maybe we'll make our way down there this time. I don't know, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and that means that there will probably be a farmer's market going on downtown St. Joe, so we'll see. This is really the summer hot spot here. Dairy Corner, established 1956. I only know that because I'm reading the sign there. It's probably the best and cheapest place you can get ice cream around here. Okay, so that intersection behind us is a 5-way intersection, and super crazy and really busy all the time because it's Main Street. And car apparently didn't want to follow the rules of yielding to pedestrians. We totally had the right of way, and he did not yield, so we had to yield in the middle of the walkway. Because it's a 5-way intersection and sometimes you are supposed to not cross, but it's still at a red light, I made it a habit to jaywalk, and I was actually caught jaywalking at that intersection by my mother, who was sitting at the red light. Again, no regrets. Here we have our first little peek at Lake Michigan. It is completely fresh water with no scary sea monsters in it, which is what I like about it most. Because who wants to go swimming when they can get eaten by a shark or some other deep sea creature? I once convinced my older brother that we had 2 imported freshwater whales, which, if that was possible, I would totally donate my money to that. How many gallons of water do you think are in that lake?
Oh gosh.
Come on, best guess.
About 100 million.
100 million? You know what I'd say? I'd say at least 10.
No, it's over 9,000.
Ah, well, I just want you to try and prove me wrong. You can't. I'm not wrong. We live in a very prominent dog town. Be prepared. Pretty sure it's illegal to take pictures of people's houses because I think that's like invasion of privacy or something. I don't know, but I've heard of people getting in trouble for that. It might just be only certain locations, but There's a Frank Lloyd Webber house somewhere around here. I think it's more towards the high school though. Right?
I don't know.
Right. We're now approaching the Bluff, which is a big hotspot in the St. Joe. Bluff is just a fancy way of saying cliff or cliff-like land structure, but really it's just a very, very, very steep hill, and we are at the top of it. And this is where they hold all of the festivals and fairs, and every Saturday farmers market. This is one of our special guests that I was speaking about. I know where he is buried. Fun fact, so we'll visit that a little later. This is good old Ben King. He was just a really important guy, and what made him important was that he wrote about St. Joseph once. So, Ben King, St. Joe hero. Dog town that we have dog water fountains. I think it's genius. This is where I'm gonna start looking like Kirsten, getting really weird looks being on my phone recording myself. So I'm prepared. The Bluff, we've already passed like 20 dogs. I'm serious, this is a very dog-oriented town. Right there, Eli.
You can come back here. Just be careful because it kind of slides down.
There are goats. This is officially the best day ever. Look at all those kids. Look at all those kids. Oh, I know.
Upside down and he wants to sleep. Anybody know what the chickens are eating?
Chicken.
What is in it?
Chicken.
No. What is in that? What it looks like?
They're all different kinds.
That's what they like.
Aren't they so soft?
This is so sad.
Oh, wow. So soft.
This fountain made of mist has been here since 1872 or 3. So this is one of our oldest little historical artifacts here. Opera here, and there was a infamous opera house fire which actually killed a lot of people. So this is the memorial for it, and that was 1898. 73 counted at least 10. That's what I got. At least 10. Again, I'm not wrong. This is the hippest, hottest pizza joint in the town. It was like a 4-hour wait the last time we went there. Crazy.
first ride you saw was an outstanding roller coaster for its size, and there were plenty of other amusements, games of strength and skill, rifles that shot corks in cardboard boxes, a fishing game with plastic fish moving by in a circular track filled with water. And if you didn't care to test your strength with the sledgehammer ring the bell game, there was always the penny arcade with 150 coin-operated games. 5 pinball games for a quarter, and you'd grab your little rug at the bottom, run up the long stairs to the top, and whoosh, down like a streak. The pancake, a big wooden disc that spun. The sugar bowl, a big bowl with a padded lip. There were moving walks, difficult to walk on, and scary holes in the floor that would suddenly blast compressed air at you without any warning. And at the northwest corner of Silver Beach was a kid's paradise. But paradise came to an end. The old amusement parks were running into trouble all over the country, and Silver Beach was not spared. Perhaps it was due to the new television phenomenon. Silver Beach had opened in the 1880s and remained popular through the first half of the 1960s. But crowds had started thinning out in the second half of that decade. Perhaps the park attendance dwindled because somebody got the idea of busing in loads of kids from Chicago and Gary for day outings. Some of the young toughs among those kids made a lot of people afraid to go to Silver Beach. It was thought among many in the community that was the demise of the park. The park did not open in 1972, and in 1974 the wrecking crews moved in, and it didn't take them long. By 1975, the old buildings were gone forever. It was a simpler time back then. We rarely felt bored when we were growing up here. The young people of today were born too late to enjoy the magical atmosphere of the rides and the games of Silver Beach.
This is usually filled with children, but because it's not summer season anymore, we have the whole place to ourselves. Also water cannons, and every 15 minutes they all go off and they shoot all the way across, all of them to the center. These are all things that I don't think Kirsten ever saw, because I don't think any of this was here while she was here years ago now. And Kate, you've never made it up here, so I think you two need to plan a little road trip. This place is packed during the summer, but we're here at a really nice time. There are no people, and I'm loving it. And the water is super calm right now. I'm gonna go put mine. I'm wearing Chucks, so I can't really do that. Fun fact, we have a whole lot of seagulls here, which is kind of weird because I always
picture them just like in Florida and by the ocean, but nope.
Nope, we see them in parking lots at like Target and Kohl's.
You go to Target, there's seagulls in the parking lot, which is just kind of funny.
Is it cold? It's cold. It usually is.
Would you keep your voice down? You're in public. Come on. Fine, have it your way.
What are you, animals?
Put an oddish here. That's amazing. That would be the train. Right on schedule. Choo choo. The winds pick up and waves splash up over them, and then the water freezes, and just the entire lighthouse is just covered in ice. I'll post a picture.
try to jaywalk. Oh, hello, police officer. I don't jaywalk at all. And so now we're going to take a little trip down History Lane, as promised, and check out our special guest location. I mentioned before downtown that there was an opera house fire, and a lot of the firemen who died are buried here. They each have one of these little things here. Which I'm not exactly sure what all they did, but our public library is named after them. So these are Prestons. A lot of the tombstones in here are so old you can't even read them anymore. I didn't know he had a sign. I told you he was important. Let's go. I don't know what row 16 means in a cemetery. I really couldn't tell you. I guess I could start counting, but we'll find it. Because apparently I wasn't exactly as sure where he is that I thought, but we're on the right track now. Because I don't know when the rows start. So lost right now. He's over here.
No, saying that he's in row 16 doesn't help. No, they're not numbered. Exactly. But the sign is this way, and I thought he was on this side.
Is this where? I know, and this is also where the Prestons are. And I thought it was near the Prestons. Go through each one. Start on that. Eli, look at every single one. Eli, I found him. I found him, and it's no wonder I couldn't find it, because his headstone literally just looks like a rock. But that's Ben for you. Ben King, 1857, 1894. 1957. But it is pretty incredible like how old this is, because you can like tell like this is all like completely like hand carved into this stone. So it's a very historical and interesting cemetery. This has been cute. That is just a small portion of our town's oldest cemetery. It's very interesting, having all of these headstones and things from as early as the 1800s to the 1900s, and people are still buried here today. So, very cool little piece of history here. So that is good old pure Michigan. As much as I could show you in one quick little tour of the town. Took long enough, but managed to find everything that I wanted to show you. But really it doesn't compare to being here yourself, so open invitation, come and see me sometime. And then I'll show you the real St. Joe. So, until next time, or in person, hopefully, eventually, see you later.